you don't call him.
Brent, I wasn't ignoring the second part of your email, and everything that was, I had already gotten to sleep, and I was like, yeah, she understands, she got.
Why? That's simple.
Thinking that they're going to. Oh, yeah, I'm checking it, so. Maybe coaching in the grocery store last night, asked about. Yeah, and the auditors, we got signed, right? Oh, well, you can't sign this. I don't even know what it was, so I just assumed. Frank, not cool, so. I don't know if that's one of the bugs if they were trying to find people.
9 o'clock.
I forget, come together, the meeting's being called to order. He's like, I
really am. We'll hold you to contempt.
They're checking the plans now.
Yeah, everybody's checking their. Yeah.
It's good. It's like you.
Oh, you need that either. Just.
It's not, it's been messing up, I don't know what's going on with it. I think I'm gonna have to buy a new one, I'm just trying to get by.
I've got that old the old one, this one, if you ever want to use this one, just as, I bought it for the Justice Advisory Committee, and it does what
Okay,
they.
let's start it.
Yeah.
Well, it needs to be charged. I don't think it was.
Does it work well and it's in the drawer like that, or do we sound like Snoopy's teacher?
No, it's been.
Okay, all right.
I got it.
Okay, good morning, everyone. It is 9 a.m. We'll call the meeting of the Codington County Board of Commissioners to order for Tuesday, August 18th, 2026. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. We'll have Commissioner McElhaney lead us this morning, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Thank you. Just a reminder that you can call in for public comment. Public comment may be submitted in person or by telephone by calling 605-882-6248. We have verified that that number is in working order this morning. Also, if you call 605-882-6297, that number does ring into the auditor's office. If you will leave your name, number, then we will call you when we get to the public comments section portion of the meeting. That is item number 17. Moving on to item number 3, this is conflict of interest items. Commissioners, any
No.
conflict of interest items? Seeing none, action to approve the agenda for August 18th.
So move.
Second.
Motion by McElhaney, second by Gable. Discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5 is action to approve the August 11th minutes.
Second it.
Motion by Johnson, second by Schwer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Brings us down to item number 6, and this is presentation on bridge inspections from Mark Junker from Banner Associates. Mark, come on up, please, this morning. I just want to say, yeah, Junker, but it's Junker. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Just turn on your mics, gentlemen, and identify yourselves,
Yep,
please.
it's showing your PDF, so I got just on the window flip.
Sure. Bigger copies for this. Thank you. Last one here, so that's the paper copy of the slideshow.
I got it. I just got it. Yep.
Thanks, Mark. Okay. Turn your mic on there.
Mark Junker, Banner Associates.
Josh Olson, Banner Associates.
Morning, guys. You can go ahead and begin.
Thanks, Commission. Purpose of getting together this morning is to go over the results of our 2026 bridge inspections throughout the county.
Why isn't it going? Hold on a second. Let me just reopen this here.
Sure.
Oh, hearings. Oh, there we go. Keep going. I'm gonna.
We've got the handout here.
Sure. Yeah, again, my name's Mark. I've had the privilege of working with Codington County for 23 years. And then with me is Josh. He's had 17 years of experience. Been with Banner for what, 2 years now?
2 years. Yep.
And we did meet with Randy out at the highway shop this morning. And he has all the details of the bridge inspections. If you're interested in looking at any reports or information we gave to Randy. Next slide. And just a quick overview of the bridge inspection program. The bridges we'll be talking about this morning are any bridge with an opening of 20 foot or longer are the bridges we're concerned with as far as this meeting goes. And inspection of those bridges is a federal requirement. In general, every bridge has to be inspected every 2 years. And in South Dakota, the DOT does pay 80% of the bridge inspection costs, and then Codington County pays the other 20%. And we're primarily out there inspecting bridges for the safety of the public. And as engineers, we do have a responsibility to protect the public. So Codington County is the owner of 42 bridges that are 20 foot or longer. 10 of these bridges are in poor condition. That is better than last year. There were 12 last year, so you're headed in the right direction. Also, 10 bridges do have weight limit restrictions. 2 of those are on county asphalt roads. And again, that is better than last year. Last year, there were 4 of them on county asphalt roads. There is one on a county-owned gravel road. That one's actually closed now. And the remaining bridges with weight limit restrictions are on township roads. The county does have a big need to replace bridges. There are 11 bridges that have a need to be replaced within the next decade. 5 of those are on county asphalt roads, 1 on county gravel, and the remaining on township roads. And then there's some bridges in the pipeline after that that'll need to be replaced too. In the next 10 to 20 years, 4 bridges. Currently, there's 11 bridges programmed in the county's 5-year plan that they have to submit to the DOT. And that is one of your handouts. It'd be, grab yours, Troy, here, be this handout here. And so you can look through that and see which bridges are programmed in there and the costs associated with that. So there's a total of $18.7 million of work in that 5-year plan. And that's roughly equates to $7.8 million of a local share, which would be Codington County's costs that currently programmed in the 5-year plan. Last year, there was $24 million of work shown. So a bunch of bridges were completed and taken off the list. So again, you guys are headed in the right direction.
So that's assuming that, we get the big grants, the bridges.
Correct. That's assuming a lot of funding.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And big grants, just to, so everybody understands, this is the bridge improvement grant.
Yeah, and that's what the reason that, and counties kind of compete for that money, that's state money that they compete for.
Correct.
You guys can describe that probably better than I can, and how the point system works and.
Yep. It's a $15 million pot of money that every county in South Dakota is competing for every year. And that 15 million doesn't go very far statewide. It's they're looking at maybe trying to put some more money in there, but that right now it's 15 million. So, yep.
Maybe you're gonna talk about this later in your presentation, but I'd be curious, how is Codington County done in that competition against
Sure.
counties?
Yep. I've kind of can show you which bridges you've been successful with in the past towards the end of that. Yep.
What is the average cost to replace a structure? And I know that that's going to vary depending on the
Mhm.
size of the roadway and width and everything, but
Sure. The 14th Avenue Northwest Bridge that just got replaced, that was a $2 million project for construction costs.
okay.
The bridge down on Highway 20 over the Big Sioux, that was a little over $2 million. Your typical box culvert project is going to run anywhere from $500,000 up to $1 million, depending on the size of the box. So,
Okay.
yep.
Thank you. So it doesn't go far.
Next slide, Lee. So this map shows your 42 bridges throughout the county. And it is color coded. So the red bridges are the ones in poor condition. Blue is fair, green is good. And then anything highlighted in yellow at the bottom of the box is the ones that have a weight limit restriction on the bridge. And I did hand out a bigger map too. That's easier to read than that one in this slideshow handout there. So next slide. So this next part of the presentation, we'll just kind of be going over the 2026 inspection results here. We'll go over each item individually, which includes bridge closure, bridges to add to the 5-year plan, some priority replacements and repairs, some priority riprap projects, some maintenance items, and then a heads up on future weight limit postings.
So this bridge is up on Highway 2, Cottonwood Street. It was one that we did recommend closure this year. It's over the Big Sioux River. If you go to the next slide, it'll show a better picture of why. You've got some crushing of your piling. You've got a little bit of rotation. You've got separating of your planks. It was just not in a good condition. It was not something I was comfortable leaving open, so I recommended closure, and Randy was up there within an hour. So, as you can see, the water's down a little bit this year compared to last year. It was easier to see, easier to sound. So I was just not comfortable with it and recommended closure. So next slide on that one.
Quick question, if you will, Chair.
Yes, Commissioner.
So what's the plan with that bridge right now?
Right now, it's gonna remain closed. We've got a project in the works for replacement, correct?
Yeah, the bridge is the new bridge has been fully designed, and we sent in an application to get the bridge replaced last year, and Codington County just missed the cutoff by fractions of points last year. So we'll be reapplying for funding the first of the year, January 27.
So keep it closed until we replace it completely.
Yes.
There's not way to fix this that'll get us by for a few years or?
Not a practical way without spending tens and tens of thousands of dollars to keep it.
Right.
In limited service.
Okay.
Is that the right one?
Yep.
Okay.
And then next couple slides here showing two bridges we recommend adding to your 5-year plan. This first one here is on Highway 11, also known as Old Highway 81. This one's located just south of Highway 6, which is the Casino Road. This one has timber abutments that are starting to rot. The bridge is 47 years old. Typically, you get about 50 years out of this style of bridge. This bridge is critical to Northern Con Ag's gravel pit mining operation. We did send in an application for doing some hydraulic study, hydraulic study on the bridge, and we'll know at the end of the month if the county was successful on getting that funding. Next one, yep.
Several hundred loads of loaded gravel go over that every day.
Yes, there's a lot of loaded trucks that come out of that pit. The next bridge is also on Highway 11, a little farther to the south. Again, same style bridge. We submitted an application for to do a hydraulic study for the bridge, and we'll know at the end of the month if we're successful there. Well, these next slides are going to highlight some of your priority replacements throughout the county. This first one is on Highway 2, Cottonwood Street, that we've just talked about.
It's the closed one.
That's the closed one, yep. We'll be reapplying for funding here January 2nd of 2027, and we usually know by April of 2027 if we're successful getting funding to replace this bridge. Next slide. This one is on Highway 11, Old Highway 81, just north of South Dakota Highway 20. This bridge has received funding through the local, received federal funding through the DOT. The DOT is going to be bidding this project in September of this year, and the construction deadline is September of 2027. So we'll be getting a new box culvert at this location to replace this bridge. And Codington County is going to be paying 18% of the cost of the new box culvert, and then the DOT pays 82%. So next slide. This bridge is on a township road, 177th Street over the Big Sioux River. We're currently doing the design plans for the county and plan on submitting a funding application by January 2nd of 2027. This bridge is on Oak Street. It's currently down to one lane because the timber abutments are rotting underneath. Banner is doing the design right now on this bridge. And again, we plan on applying for funding January 2nd of 27. These next slides here show some priority repairs. I'll let Josh talk about those.
So this bridge is up on 155th Street over the Big Sioux. As you can see in the picture, there's some breaking up of the keyway joint. What we're recommending is that the old grout be broken out, new weld tabs in, slide the girder back to where it goes, install new grout, and then pin that girder so it doesn't rotate again. Randy's in talks with Holloway Construction on this, so hopefully this one will be done soon. It's just the south girder for the east span, so. Next one. So this is the bridge on County Road 6, over the Big Sioux, near, west of Dakota Sioux Casino. The guardrail's been hit. It's a safety issue. We gave Randy some ideas at our meeting on how to accomplish this, either through, contract or county forces. I think it's a contract one. This is, it protects your berm from someone going down into the river. It's kind of got a steep inslope, so it's just a priority repair for what we're recommending.
Next slide. This is an example of repair work that the county has done. The picture on the left shows erosion in a timber wing wall that was failing and leaning into the channel of the Big Sioux. And the picture on the right shows the completed repair with the new wing wall and riprap. So this is an example of a repair the county has done. It's likely going to save your roadway from washing out in the next big flood event. So good job on getting that done.
So this one is down on Highway 3, down near the Codington dual line. Well, this had been hit. There was an accident there. I believe it was a fatality. It's something to just fix what's there. Re-weld your posts back to your railing. That way it does not cause any more issues. Like I said, it's just a safety issue that we feel is important to fix. So.
This is an example of another repair that was done recently, completed this summer. The picture on the left shows the rock underneath the bridge that was slumping into the channel. There was a big void under the concrete abutment. That void was filled in with concrete, and then new rock was put underneath the bridge up against the concrete abutment. So good job on fixing that bridge as well.
This guy is over on Oak Street, over Willow Creek. This is just a repair that we recommend to extend the life of your structure. Leaving it as is creates it susceptible to scour and potential failure if it ever got that bad. Just a way to lower your long-term costs for this structure. So just some riprap is what we're recommending.
That's correct, huh?
Yep. Yep. And then this was another bridge repaired this summer with adding rock along the concrete abutments. This one was on a county asphalt road, Highway 3, over Willow Creek, just northwest of Kransberg. So that, again, this type of repair is, helps save your roadway in an extreme flood event. So good job on getting that one fixed as well.
This guy's over Big Sioux River, west of Dakota Sioux Casino. So we're recommending that these guys be swept every year, or excuse me, cleaned out. Bearings lubricated every so often, painted every so often. This is just an example of repairs that have been done that need to be done again. It's something that can be handled with county forces, and it's just to extend the life of your structure. This guy's down south of Kransberg, same thing, just keep it clean, yearly. Lubricate the bearings, paint the ends, just to save your steel structures. These guys are all under an open joint, that's why we are recommending this. Water's coming down, dirt's coming down. Just a way to extend the life of your structure.
Some of these last slides here, just heads up on bridges that currently do not have a weight limit sign on, but will likely have a weight limit sign on them in the future here. This first bridge is on Highway 13 over the Big Sioux River, also known as Sioux Conifer Road. We do have a hydraulic study completed on this bridge. Just a heads up, this is one that'll likely see a weight limit sign in the future. Next slide. This is that one on Highway 11 we recommend adding to the 5-year plan. We did apply for funding for a hydraulic study for this bridge this year. We'll know at the end of the month if we got it. Next slide. Also, that second bridge on Highway 11. Likely to see a weight limit sign in the future. Again, we applied for hydraulic study for that bridge as well. Yep, that one's good.
This is just an example of a repair that was done this summer over Willow Creek. As you can see, they're replacing a damaged girder due to an ice event. Just something easy to extend the life of your structure. This one went from poor to good because of this replacement of this one girder. So
the county did receive funding for that project, so the DOT paid 80% of it and the county paid 20%. Last picture here shows the new bridge on 14th Avenue Northwest. We did the hydraulic study for this project. We helped secure federal funding for this project. The local share of this project was 18%. The DOT paid 82%. And of that 18%, the city paid a portion of that to make the structure wider. I mean, we designed it for the future, a future 3-lane road. And then that pedestrian path on the south side too. So that was a great project. That was the most heavily traveled bridge in Codington County. It saw 5,000 vehicles a day. That old bridge was beyond its lifespan. I'm super happy that we don't have to look at that old bridge anymore. There you go. And then, yeah, to touch on your question, Lee, about funding. I mean, your 3 main funding sources are the big program through the DOT. There also has been federal funding in past years through the DOT. And then, of course, you have your county funding that's available. The county has not been super successful in the big program so far. The main funding you've gotten out of the big program is doing hydraulic studies. You've gotten lots of funding to do hydraulic studies throughout the county. That bridge on Highway 7, where we replaced that girder, that was through the big program. The county was successful there. Last year, we applied for that bridge up on Cottonwood Street and just fell a little bit short. So the county, now that it's closed, it does score higher, but the county might have to consider increasing your local share cost to try to get more points to be competitive to get that bridge replaced.
So that just to, sorry, Mr. Chair.
Good.
So, there's, as I understand, there's the wheel tax is a factor and then the local share. Is that just, we can change, we can say, well, we'll commit this much.
Yep.
We'll cover this percentage of the, and that's flexible when we apply for each case, correct?
It is, yep. The minimum the county has to cost share a project is 20%.
Okay.
But you can cost share a project. Say like if you wanted to cost share a project 50%, that would increase your points by 10. You get 10 extra points if you want to kick in 50% instead of 20%. And then there's all kinds of scenarios in between that too.
With the wheel tax, because that's not a pleasant thing to talk about. I know Cottington County, it's not maxed out ever maxed out the wheel tax, not
The wheel tax is a factor. Currently, Codington County is getting 4 points on every application you send in because of how your wheel tax is structured. Some surrounding counties like Grant County and Dual County, they get 10 points on every application they send in on the wheel tax part of the application. So,
because it's 10 points is the maximum you can get on that,
Yep.
that portion.
Yep.
Basically, you basically your wheel fees are the max that you can do for a county.
Yep.
Okay.
And then in past years, the county has been more successful on the federal funding side of when that's been available. So your Highway 20 bridge over the Big Sioux River, that was federal funds through the DOT. This 14th Avenue Northwest project, that was federal funds through the DOT. And then that box culvert that's gonna go in on Highway 11, that was federal funds through the DOT as well. So.
So you on the examples you gave, I think the county share was 18%. Is that always that way for that particular program? That
one's varied a little bit. Actually, that Highway 20 bridge over the Big Sioux, the county only ended up paying 5% on that one.
Okay.
But it's typically around that 20% range is the local share.
And those are those, can we apply for that program as often as we can for the big program, or?
No, it varies year to year.
Okay.
For example, this year, there's only 2 million in the pot for that federal funding, and it's for design only. There's no construction funding this year. Statewide. Last year, there was $0 in that program. When you've gotten some of these projects in the past, there was anywhere from 20 to 30 million in the program. So it really varies.
Thank you.
Yep. Yep.
Anybody have any questions for the gentleman? If not, thank you very much for your time in that report. Very good report.
Thank you, Commission, for your business.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to our monthly reports, and we'll begin with Randy at the Highway Department.
Did we get to hear about bridges? It's been so long since we talked about bridges.
A little bit about this. We'll try and keep it brief. Good morning, all.
Morning.
Not going to start out with bridges. I'm going to start with our new project remodel out at our shop. Contractors are continuing working on the remodel. The ceiling and walls in the truck storage area have been insulated along with the walls in the shop area. Majority of the exterior siding has been finished. New windows are put into the shop area and new walk-in doors. The electrician is currently working on switching things over. They're being held up a little bit with the project due to the fact that they have to finish the interior prior to a lot of the electrical going into position. So we don't have power to a good portion of the building right now, but we're still operational. Now to the bridges. After this bridge year's inspections necessitated closing down Cottonwood Street, we did order some signage, and we're going to be putting a permanent closure up, whereas right now we just have temporary barricades in place. So once those signs arrive, we'll put everything into place. We are getting estimates on the bridge just north of there that Josh had talked about as far as trying to close up that gap. Like he mentioned, we had spoken with Holloway Construction, getting us some ideas and some estimates as far as that project. Holloway Construction did finish the two riprap projects that Mark did talk about, the one on 458th, just north of FedEx off of 212, and the riprap project up on County Road 3. We are about to finish chip sealing for the season. We're going to be finishing up in Kransburg today.
So just announcement to the public, just realize that there's still loose gravel out there. There's going to be for some time yet, through probably mid-September before we start sweeping that off. We have had some calls about it, so people just need to be cautious and be aware of it. We don't sweep it off right away because with heat and whatnot, the oil is still movable on that road surface, so that gravel has to stay on there for a bit. We did fill our maintenance two position for the Henry area. The new operator did start yesterday, and we're going to get him trained within the next couple of weeks and get him up to speed. So as of right now, we are at full staff.
Good.
And we are going to be starting our resurfacing project on County Roads 7, which is 169th Street, and Highway 10, which is 460th Avenue, this week. So just be aware there will be partial closures as that project is taking place over the next month and a half or so. So we're estimated to be finished with that in late September. That's all I had. Any questions?
No questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ed.
Move on to the facility manager report with Steve.
Good morning. Well, we'll start out with the ag building. Blackburn Foundation lifted the sidewalk this last week. That really is nice to make it now there's a lot less possibly trip hazards. The staff continues to set up and clean from events. Government buildings. The drain line in the women's restroom was repaired and lined. We're discovering that the lines in the courthouse are getting thin and rusting through. So I will need to be budgeting for repairs and lining in some of this facility. You gotta realize the facility is 100 years old, so we're bound to have more and more issues. Park, as of the end of Sunday was 1,487 reservations with a revenue of $152,250.46. And the weed spraying will begin for the fall season in the next week or so. I'm planning on working on in the weed booth at the State Fair on Wednesday, September 2nd. I will be putting in a travel request for that. In the West Nile, South Dakota West Nile, human cases are at 5 this year for the state. 5 counties have reported West Nile positive mosquito pools this year. And then the South Dakota West Nile Conference will be held in Aberdeen on September 29th. That's covers what I need to. So,
All right. Thank you.
you bet.
Yep. Thanks, Steve.
Review of 2027 budget requests.
Mr. Chair, I can go over the jail one real quick.
Commissioner
Jail
Gable.
bills and so I did the other stuff, but so I think you guys have the copy of this, but it's basically so this year for the we expect to spend where the bulk of the construction is taking place. So it's this, I think it might have been watching, it looks like this is a page from a. You just wanted.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So, so just over 23 million spent this year. So just so people know, this is the funds that, they voted for, they approved in the bond. So as you'd expect, spending the bulk of that money in 2026 when the bulk of the construction is taking place. So that's what we're anticipating is that 23 million, and then the rest of the project would be that 11.5 million for 2027. So that's basically how it's laid out. And I think pretty straightforward. So, but it's probably going to vary a little bit depending on how much gets done, this year and what's left for next year. And again, we're looking at a completion probably about this time next year.
Thank you very much. All right. Brenda, do we have any other budget request? Okay. Right, item number 9 is action to approve abatement applications. 10 is action to approve claims for payment.
So we have a couple of those. The one is the jail claims for this month. It is job book number 14. You have all those. Also, there was a tapping fee for municipal utilities and then the monthly water meter and then just the normal fees for utilities. That amount is $532.46. Total amount for the jail is $2,006,333.37.
Second.
Motion to approve by Gable, second by McElhaney. Any discussion on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Thank you.
Then we also have for the ERA2 funding, if counties had any dollars left, it needs to be paid back to South Dakota Housing, which we did have some remaining funds in the amount of $67,881.70. This will be taken out of the community service budget. And then we will do a budget supplement back into her budget with the ERA amount that was removed.
Okay,
Motion to approve.
motion to approve by Gable,
Second.
second by McElhaney. Discussion. You want to give us that amount one more time, just so we have that clear? 6,000, what was it?
It was $67,881.70.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any automatic budget supplements?
Today,
Action to approve personnel changes.
we have one for Jan Daly. His effective date to start is August 15th, was August 15th. Highway technician says 3, but I'm not sure if that should be a 2. Highway department, new rate of pay would be $29.88 an hour. New hire in Henry.
That should be a 3. Yep, okay.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by
Second.
Gable, second by Schwer. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to travel requests.
I have a couple of those, staff from the state's attorney's office to attend some training. You have all the information in front of you. And also staff from the extension to help set up at the state fair. And you have all the
Motion by Johnson, second by McElhaney. Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 14 is public notices. A possible quorum of commissioners could be in attendance at anything this week, commissioners?
Yes, we have the topping out event out at the jail.
That's
on
correct.
Thursday.
Yeah. Thank you.
Our neighbors up in Grant County will be opening their new sheriff's office jail facility on Thursday. So we'll wish them the best of luck, but sure attend that. I think that's an open invitation for any commissioners.
What time?
Thursday, I think it's in the morning, I think, 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., something like that.
I think our monthly planning and zoning meeting was moved. It was supposed to be this week, but it's moved till next Monday night at 7:30.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? Nothing? Anything for old business? Anything for new business?
Yeah, just to echo Commissioner, not behind this is, I guess, old business, reminder on the topping out ceremony. So that's something it's invitation only because it's a construction site, but I think we'll be able to have some press there just so people can see what's going on. But essentially that's kind of marking the time when basically everything's enclosed. It's a way to I guess congratulate and encourage the folks that have been working so hard to do this. And it's a pretty significant structure. So kind of a significant in the process of construction, it's kind of significant. So
Sounds good. All right, moving on to the open. Anything for the open? Public comments this morning. Mr. Simmons, good morning. Come on up. How are you today?
Sir, good, thank you.
Good, good.
So good morning. Yes, my name is James Simmons. Thank you for welcoming me back, I guess. And thanks for everything you do for the county. I don't think you guys hear that enough. But coming in this morning to talk again on the topic of automatic license plate readers and the local use of them. There's been a couple of state level newsworthy headlines I thought were worthy of your attention. So that's why I'm coming in today on this topic. The first is a press release that came out from the South Dakota State Attorney General. I got a couple headlines here if you're interested. I'll just pass these out to you guys. So the state's Attorney General came out and said, here we go, sorry. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Basically come out acknowledging that these systems are susceptible for the potential of misuse and abuse. And so to alleviate some public concerns, he's going to be implementing some statewide policies or some statewide regulation, legislation. I'm not sure what it's going to look like yet, but to try to curb the misuse and abuse of these systems. And then the second thing I gave you as well is a public announcement from the CEO of Flock. Flock is the brand that we use here in Codington County. And he also came out with a public apology saying, I'm sorry that our system is being misused and abused. We're going to try to curtail that and put in some, setting changes to address those issues. And so personally, I think these measures that are coming out are too little, too late, and they don't even address the real issue with these systems. I think what the state's attorney general and what the CEO of Flock are doing is they're taking our local sheriff and they're throwing him under the bus and they're saying, these are the guys who are misusing this system. And if it wasn't for these local sheriffs, not keeping control of things, we wouldn't have a problem. And so we're going to implement, state level, restrictions to prevent this abuse. And so I think that doesn't address the issue because the problem, as I see it, is not Sheriff Brad misusing the system, and it's not Chief Toomey misusing the Axon system in Watertown. The problem is these systems collect a large amount of data. That data gets shipped off to the Flock headquarters, which is in Atlanta, Georgia. They have full possession of that data. It's in their servers. We don't have it here in Codington County. That data is in their servers on their hard drives. So the real issue is what is Flock doing with the data and who are they sharing the data with? And what are those parties doing with the data? And so these concerns, or I'm sorry, these measures that are being taken now don't address that issue. And so another newsworthy headline that came out in South Dakota is the South Dakota DCI, the Department of Criminal Investigations, made it publicly aware that they're rolling out a statewide ALPR program. And they're asking local municipalities to participate in this program. This came to light because the mayor of Aberdeen asked the citizens, hey, what do you guys think? Should we participate? Citizens of Aberdeen raised a lot of concerns and said no. So the mayor said, okay, message received. Aberdeen will not be participating in this statewide program. So then my question today is Codington County going to be enrolling in the statewide program? If yes, what does that consist of? Does that mean more cameras, more equipment in Codington County? Who now is going to be getting access to all this data at the state level, the federal level? Who are we giving access to with the state level program? And then what are those parties? Again, what are they doing with this data? This is the potential for misuse and abuse doesn't stop with, the local PD or the local sheriff. It's anybody who has access to it can misuse it and abuse it. So what are those folks doing with it? I'll end on a request, I suppose. I mentioned this last night at the Watertown City Council meeting. I made a request there that we host some kind of like town hall event where the city officials and the chief of police can come together and host a public discussion where we can talk about, advocating for the system and opposition to the system, and just have a civil dialogue, not so much of a one-way public comment, but actually like a back and forth, conversation. And see if systems like this are really right for the community. So I don't know if we can make that town hall happen. I'll be working with City Manager Steger to try to coordinate that as best I can. But if we can make that happen, I would really like to sincerely invite the commission to come out and attend, and even also Sheriff Brad to come out and attend and partake in the conversation. So I guess that's about it. If we can make that happen, I'll let you guys know. So thanks for your time. Have a good one.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Simmons. I would like to thank Mr. Simmons for coming today and speaking on this. I know it's a big concern of his, and there's been a lot of press on this recently. So thank you very much for that. And we welcome the transparency as well. Okay. Anything else for public comments? Anything for public comments? Seeing none, commission comments. Commissioners, do you have any comments?
I will be here a week from today. I'll be leaving for Southwood Retirement Board meeting.
Okay, she'll be at the meeting next week,
Yeah.
Or not,
I'll be here.
okay.
I'm doing right after the meeting.
right? Anything else? I was going to make just a couple comments on some things that are on Facebook recently about the action that we took, reference the recent ordinance that we passed in Codington County. But I think I'm going to curb those right now because I don't think the timing is right. I know that there's a petition going around right now, and I don't want to do anything that could alter anything as far as the views of this commission. So we'll kind of let that play out, and then I'll make some comments later. And the reason I say that is because I had told the press I might make a comment today, so I don't want to throw them off. So anyway, let's move on from that, shall we? Yeah, anything else for commission comments? Seeing none, we do have a need to go into executive session for the purpose of pending litigation this morning. All right.
We go into executive session for item number 2.
Item number 2.
Second it.
Motion by Johnson, second by Schwer. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're in executive session. Thank you.